hellfire. They can't pay the penalty of hellfire. Then what category? He says, Subhanallah, وَالَّذِينَ إِذَا أَنفَقُوا لَمْ يُسْرِفُوا وَلَمْ يَقْتُرُوا وَكَانَ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ قَوَامًا. The people who spend money, when they spend money, they don't spend too much. And they're not cheap either. They're right in between. When you go shopping, you say, I make good money. Put it all in. I'll take 2 of those. I'll take 3 of those. I'll take 5 of those. What's the biggest TV you have? I want a TV that doesn't even go through my door. Give me that one. You know? What's the most expensive car? What's the most, you just want to show people how much money you got. You just want to pay. You can eat food at a restaurant, but you want to go to the restaurant where they charge you 200 riyals to sit down first. You're spending too much. Spending too much. Right? Allah says the people who spend, but they're responsible when they spend. They're responsible when they spend. And they're not cheap either. You don't go to the store with your wife to get the cereal and the milk and the vegetables, and she's putting milk and you're like, you're going to drink all that milk? You need all that milk? Get the small one. Don't do that. Don't be cheap either. You have to have a balance in your budget. Let me tell you something. The economic crisis in the world, the fall of the European economy, the fall of the American economy that it's barely recovering from, you know where it came from? It came from people spending irresponsibly. And then institutions spending irresponsibly. And then governments spending irresponsibly. And saying we can just put it on the credit card, put it on the credit card, put it on the credit card. People got approved for mortgages for their homes, far more than they can afford. And they said, we're approved, go for it. You get your credit check and you can lease a car. It's more expensive than you can afford, but hey, I'll just make the minimum payments, I'm okay. And people built upon this debt because they didn't spend. They spent outside of their means. Quran is teaching us that when you spend money, don't spend money that's not in your pocket. Don't take loans. Don't be addicted to your credit card. Don't be like that. Spend within your means. Spend within your budget. The only time the Muslim gets careful about spending is when they have to give sadaqah. That's the only time. There's the boxes going around and people are collecting sadaqah for the masjid, and you say, man, electricity bill, gas, school. The whole budget for your family comes up in front of you. You become a certified professional accountant, But then when you go to the video game store or the electronics store, and you're buying the new phone, the tablet, or you're buying the movie or whatever, the whole budget doesn't come in front of your eyes. You don't say, what about the gas? What about the electricity? You just spend it. You just spend it. We have to be responsible spenders. We can't be cheap and we can't overspend. A lot of you, mashallah, are doing well financially. So you say to yourself, I can afford it. Just because you can afford it doesn't mean you should spend the money. Your money has other uses. You can help your family. You have a lot of family back home that's not doing well. You can help them. You have a lot of community over here that's financially not very well off. You can help them. You can help people get out of debt. Your money can do other good things. Instead of just buying yourself things, You don't have to get the newest car. You don't have to. Just get a decent car. I'm not saying get a car that, it's like, might as well get a donkey instead of a car, but don't get that kind of car either. Get a decent car, but you don't have to get all blinged out like a 350Z with spinner rims and neon lights, and you're slow down when you drive by and chill out, dude. Just get a normal car. Don't go crazy. Don't pay 5 times the price to buy the same kind of shirt because it has the logo on it. It has the brand on it. Come on, man, they were made in the same factory. They're playing with you. They're messing with you. If you think that you get some more value when you wear a different brand. Don't be duped by these things. Be reasonable. The people like to buy at expensive stores, and they like to carry the bag from the expensive store, and they like to rave it extra more. So people are like, oh, that store, okay, yeah, this guy. وَكَانَ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ قَوَامًا. They maintain a healthy, normal, responsible budget in between. And we have to teach this to our kids. We have to teach this to our kids. Don't just give your kids money. Baba, can I have 20 riyal? Nobody even asks for 20. They probably ask for 100 nowadays, right? What is a 20? Look at 20 like, what is that? You know, I can wipe my nose with 20. Give me some real money. But I'm saying, when you give your children money, make them work. Make them earn money. Don't just give it to them. When you just give children money, they have no value for money. They have no value for it. When you say you will wash the car, you'll vacuum the whole house, you will do this or that, or if you don't have work outside, work inside the house. But work, serious work, and then I'll give you something. Then you'll earn it. You'll do all the dishes for this week, and then I'll give you something. And even if you give them $2, 2 riyals, 5 riyals, 10 riyals, they will value it. If you just give it to them, you ask them the next day, where's the money? What money? What are you talking about? They spend it like that because they have no value for it. I had a very wealthy friend in America whose son memorized Quran. So he was so happy with his son, he bought him a BMW. Okay? And then M3. That's a serious car, guys. I've sat in an M3 before, and I remembered Malakul Maut because the guy driving it went he went 160 miles, not kilometers, miles an hour. That's insane. Speed of light. And this 16, 17-year-old's driving an M3, and he got into 3-4 accidents, destroyed the car. Father says, he's a wealthy guy, he's a surgeon, he buys him a Lexus, destroys it again. And he came to me and said, what should I do? My son keeps destroying cars. Why do you keep giving it to him? Tell him, I am not buying you a car, go get a job, earn your money. So he works at a tire shop. His father's a surgeon, but he works at a tire shop. He works at a clothing store. He goes and does all kinds he mows lawns for people. He earns the little bit of money, and then what does he do? He buys this $1,500 really bad car, but he washes it every day. He takes care of it. And he's so proud of it. Hey, sisters,